Right next to the Lord Nelson pub and across the street from a little store that says it sells the best bed linen in the world in the little town in Totnes, England, is a butcher shop. The butcher recently found himself locked in his meat freezer, cold enough that a person would die in there after just 30 minutes. The release button on the door had frozen solid. So what would he do? Well, he grabbed a black pudding and used it to bash the button until finally, mercifully, it released and he got out of the freezer. Now, if you're not familiar with what a black pudding is, let me educate you. Black pudding is typically shaped like a large sausage, and the one our man used to save his life weighed 1.5 kilograms, almost 3.5 pounds. Black pudding is also known as blood sausage. It's common in the UK and Ireland and other parts of Europe. Now, the reason it's known as blood sausage is because it's made primarily of fat, usually pork fat, and blood, and some oatmeal. So, if you're eating it, you're eating fat, blood, and oatmeal. Now, with apologies to you if this is your thing, but that's disgusting. And I don't say that from an uneducated point of view. I grew up with that stuff occasionally in our fridge at home. And even though we would eat anything at all, as long as you could slow it down long enough to get a fork into it, there was no way in the world I was ever going to eat anything that was basically dried blood. I'm glad the black pudding was good for something, but I can tell you this, it isn't good for food. A lot of what passes for food should not. It matters to God. 1 Corinthians 6:19, do you not know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have from God, and you are not your own? Our bodies are God's property. If you treat your body well, it will likely last you a whole lot longer. I'm John Bradshaw for It Is Written. Let's live today by every word.